Awesome. Thank you. So a little adaptation there, just to lead us into what hopefully is slightly familiar with those of you that have now taken the Genius U test before tonight. So most people taken the test? You've all got the colours. So if you haven't had time to do this, don't worry, because hopefully through our explanations, you'll start to really understand, yeah, they're definitely my characteristics. And after tonight, you can go and take that test. And you may obviously like to take the full Wealth Dynamics profile test if you haven't already. In fact, who has taken the Wealth Dynamics profile test? So who actually knows? Oh, wicked. So loads of you actually already know what your profile is. So we'll go into that in more detail. I invited Rob and Kay tonight because obviously they've been implementing this for several years now. So please, if there's anything that you'd like to add, please just let me know, because your input is valuable. And Dee Dee as well. Dee Dee, part of the Entrepreneurs Institute. So your knowledge is vast within this subject as well. So equally, if there's anything that you'd like to add along the way, please feel free. There's so much content within Wealth Dynamics. Roger Hamilton truly is an amazing gentleman. And every time I hear him speak, he just peels back more and more layers. And how everything connects together is quite incredible. There are many psychometric tests. This is essentially a psychometric test. Some people may have heard of disc profiling. There's various other ones out there. They all have similarities. However, I really find that Wealth Dynamics is the most complete, and very much the community that comes with it as well is very important. So we're starting really with the basics, which is the 4 frequencies. And this comes back to the 4 geniuses, the phrase that you can, I always forget this, about the fish climbing the tree.
Was it, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, you spend its life thinking it is stupid.
Thank you.
Albert Einstein.
Thank you. Exactly. So again, it harks back to our times at school, and because we weren't very good at one subject, that can really stick with us throughout life. So understanding which of the 4 geniuses we are. Now, this goes back way beyond Roger Hamilton. This goes back 5,000 years. He's studied ancient Chinese and Indian thoughts. In fact, it came through Plato as well. They all agreed that there were these 4 geniuses, these 4 frequencies. So it's not just like made up of thin air. It's got some real substance behind it. What Roger has done is adapted it to the modern world, and especially to the entrepreneur, and how you can really help improve yourself within the workplace and your business. So let's go through this. Now, a show of hands, who actually saw one of the videos I did, maybe the Facebook video, because I did a couple. So I'm just going to kind of cover that again quickly, because I want you all to ask questions along the way as well, please, because it's about you getting the answers out of tonight and how you can apply this. So if we take the square, and I'll try and keep it a square because it went a bit off on the video. Can we all see this? Let's move it forward a little bit. So this essentially is our starting point, okay? Now, who can remember which frequency goes across the top of the 4? Dynamo. Okay, cool. So what are the colours actually we've got? So dynamo we're doing tonight. Who's a dynamo? What have we given it?
Red. Oh, blue.
We're on blue. We're on green tonight. Green for the dynamo. All right. I haven't even got all the right colours here, so we'll try to stick with it, okay? So we're talking dynamo energy at the top. Okay, so let's just talk about dynamo for a minute. Now, dynamo energy are the people who are big thinkers. They're always coming up with ideas, as Lex said. Lex, you're dynamo energy yourself?
Yep, 16 ideas before breakfast.
Yeah, okay, so hands up who's the dynamos in the room. Right, who has lots of ideas? Who has got a creative mind? All of you? Yeah? Now, this is not to say that we don't all have, whatever energy we are, of course we all have ideas. We're talking about what you naturally comes easiest to you, okay? So if you're in a role at work where you are dynamo energy, so, you're always thinking of ideas, but you're put in a role where, people don't want to hear about your creative ideas because your role is just to deal with the numbers or something like that, well, then you're going to feel like you're really kind of being held down, and you're going to probably want to speak out, but people, that's not what you're supposed to be doing. So no wonder that you might end up turning up to work each day thinking, oh God, it's boring, you know, it's not really, I'm not feeling like I'm giving the most and they're getting the most out of me as well. So it's not to say that if you're not a dynamo, you don't have ideas. Of course we all do, but it's about your focus. This is something that naturally comes good to you. You naturally are someone that if you're put amongst a group of people, you probably are going to be the one that's going to be innovating. Okay, so this is very much about innovation, intuitive thinking. Okay, we'll talk about the roles within the groups as well once we've covered all of those. So who's the Blaze energies in the room? What colour have we got for you? Orange. Okay, haven't got an orange. So let's. Yeah, I think I'll deal with this. We're good. So so on the right hand side of the square we have the Blaze geniuses. Okay, so would anyone like to just comment as to what their understanding of a Blaze genius? What would be the strengths and the attributes of someone who's on this side? People. Who said that? Ivan? Mohammed? People? Yeah? Okay. Hands up again. Who's the Blaze? Okay, so let's have a look around. So typically, Blaze people are people that love connecting. Okay, so if you put them in a room, such as tonight, they'll be quite happy to speak to people and go up to others. Okay, see the Blaze people again? Would you agree? Are you guys quite comfortable on that side of things? Or you're not the wallflowers standing at the back of the room, are you? Okay, so Blaze typically, their strengths are connecting people. Okay, so where the dynamo energies will be creating ideas, and once they've created the idea, they need the people and the teams to implement those ideas, and that's where the Blaze, and we'll go through in a minute what the 8 entrepreneurial profiles are in a bit more detail, but certainly the Blaze people are the best leaders, best people at sales, marketing and promotions out there. So if we move around to our tempo, I definitely haven't got a yellow, so I am short of one colour, so we haven't got any. Yeah, I've got a, yeah. I'm going to be short on this side. So, okay, that's no worries. Tempo down here. So, the tempo energy, these are your best peacekeepers. These are people who always kind of make sure that everyone in the team is working together well, that everyone's at the right pace. You will find traders down here, people who like also connecting people, but knowing when. So it's about timing. So whereas these people are intuitive thinkers, these people are very sensory, they're very grounded people. And I'm down here as well. So I feel that that's definitely one of my strengths, is being able to connect and kind of know when to do things at the right time. These people are just like boom, 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 bang, 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 really fast, and don't think necessarily about people's feelings all the time. They're just, you know, shooting ideas all the time. So that's kind of the tempo characteristics. And then we'll have to double up on a colour again. I'll use the red for the opposite. So steel. Now the steels, hands in the room. Oh, I haven't used, oh yes, sorry, thank you. So yeah, steels, we've actually pinked up tonight, but pink's probably the worst colour for the steel people, because steel people generally, whereas Blaze people are more extroverted on this side, on the steel side is definitely the more introverted people. So
I'd have preferred no colour.
Absolutely. So wherever we sit, we can be leaders, we can be entrepreneurs, wherever. It's just the style and the way about how we go about that. So Blaze will lead from the front. They'll love to be out there, actually with the people, in the thick of it, doing the project management. You're like, right, you do this, you do that. Steel people, kind of a bit more back of house. So they'll be actually looking, okay, so the numbers will almost dictate rather than actually being out there. They'll be able to lead from the back. By just looking at the numbers, they'll know. They'll be good at analysing. They're kind of into spreadsheets. I was talking to Andy at the back there a couple of days ago, and Andy, I know that you're quite heavily on the steel side, and you love a spreadsheet, don't you?
I live in them.
Yeah. Who's our steels again? Hands up. Anyone work in numbers? Account, Martin. Okay, Dee as well. Steel people, they can just look at spreadsheets, they look at numbers and it comes easy. Whereas don't give a Blaze person a spreadsheet and don't ask them to do the numbers, yeah? Because literally you'll lose them straight away.